Hello guys, welcome to a Project Euler tutorial. This is problem 26, Reciprocal Cycles. A unit fraction contains 1 in the numerator. The decimal representation of the unit fractions with a denominator 2 to 10 are given. This is stuff you already know. Find the value of d, which is less than 1000, for which 1 over d contains the longest reoccurring cycle in its decimal fraction part. Okay, right off we can see that we have a limit of 1000. Well, technically it's less than 1000, but we're going to say the limit is 1000. And thinking about it, trying to find out the number of decimal places is actually pretty hard to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the remainder. We're going to take the value, multiply it by 10, and then modulus the overall number. It will make sense once I write it out, but that way we can work with integers and it'll just be much easier to work with. So open up your Project Euler or your Java application, and final int limit equals 1000, because that's our limit. And then we need a int max decimal and max recurring. Our max decimal is going to hold our maximum. Our max decimal is going to hold our maximum d, and our max recurring is going to hold the longest length. So right there, I also gave you two temporary variables we're going to need. We're going to need a temporary, or we're going to need a length, and we're going to need a temporary decimal. So, we better initialize these two. It's always good to initialize your variables. Max recurring equals 0. We're just going to initialize them to 0. So for int n equals limit minus 1, n is greater than 1, n minus minus. We're starting from 999 and going down to 2. And if you really think about this, our n is going to have to be pretty large for it to have a large length, but I didn't really account for it in this program. So if you want to implement that into your own program and make it faster than mine, go right ahead. It can be done. So we're going to need a remainder, and we're going to need a length. So int remainders, or rem standing for remainder, and len equals 0, because we don't have a length yet. So how are we going to tell if we came across the actual decimal already? What we're going to do is, or what we need to do actually, is create an array, and in that array we're going to hold the value of remainder. And as long as we haven't come across a value which already has a value in it, then we will keep going and incrementing length. Let me write that out and then I can explain that better. So while, I better make the array first. The reason we're doing it up to n is because if you the length has to be, the length at the most can be d minus 1, which our d is actually called n in this case. So the length at the most is n minus 1. So that works. So previous at the remainder equals 0, and remainder does not equal 0. There we go. So this is saying while the value at remainder is 0 and the remainder does not equal 0, we will keep doing this loop. And what do we want to do in this loop? We want to, first of all, give this right here a value. So that way if we come across it, we can break out of this loop. So previous at remainder equals 0, or whoopsie, equals len. Then we want to do that little tricky algorithm I said, where we multiply remainder by 10 and then modulus 10. So remainder equals remainder times 10 modulus 10. Oh, sorry, it's not modulus 10. I lied to you. It's modulus n. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. N and 10 sound pretty similar. And then len plus plus. And we're doing this just to increment the length. So down below, we want to check if our length is greater than our max recurring length so far. So if len is greater than max recurring, then we'll set max recurring to len, and then max decimal to n. And that's actually done. So down here we're going system. I'm sorry for the terrible quality today. I'm not feeling the best. I feel like I'm getting sick again. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Okay, let's see if this works. The number we're actually looking for is max decimal because we want to find the value of d. The max recurring d is 983 with a length of 983. Whoa. So let's find out if that's right. That is correct. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe for more Project Euler tutorials. I promise the ones in the future will be better. I'll do them when I'm not so sick. And give a like if you like this video. Thanks again for watching.